Have you ever felt stuck in your life, unable to move forward? This feeling is what we call stagnancy. Picture a pond that's still with no flow or current. Over time, the water becomes stale, and life within it struggles. Similarly, when we stagnate, we cease to grow, to learn, to experience. We become that still pond, lacking the fresh flow of ideas and experiences. Stagnancy can manifest in different ways and for various reasons. Perhaps it's a job that no longer challenges you, or a routine that's become too monotonous. Or it could be a relationship that's no longer fulfilling. These situations where we're just going through the motions are examples of stagnancy. But what causes this stagnancy? Often it's fear. Fear of change, fear of failure, fear of the unknown. It's easier to stay in our comfort zones, sticking to what we know, even if it no longer serves us. We become paralyzed, unable to make the necessary changes to move forward. Stagnancy can also stem from a lack of motivation or direction. Without a clear goal or purpose, we can easily fall into a state of inertia. We become passive participants in our own lives, simply reacting to events rather than proactively shaping our destiny. The effects of stagnancy on individuals are profound. Our growth is stunted, and our potential remains untapped. Our life becomes a series of repetitive actions, lacking novelty or excitement. We may begin to feel dissatisfied, frustrated, or even depressed. To illustrate, let's consider the case of Jane, a talented artist who's been working in the same corporate job for 10 years. While the job provides stability, it offers little room for creativity. Over time, Jane feels her artistic skills waning and her passion for art fading. She's become stagnant, trapped in a life that's not aligned with her true self. Being stagnant can hinder personal growth and lead to dissatisfaction in life. But remember, stagnancy, like a still pond, is not a permanent state. With the right actions and mindset, we can stir the waters, inviting fresh flow and vitality back into our lives. Often people make excuses for their stagnancy. Let's delve into some of these common excuses. First off, the fear of failure. It's a powerful deterrent, isn't it? The thought of falling flat on our faces can freeze us in our tracks and keep us from moving forward. We might say, "What if I try and fail?" Or, "I don't want to look foolish." But the irony is, it's in the trying and the failing that we learn and grow. It's in the getting back up that we build resilience. Next, there's a lack of motivation. We often hear, "I just don't feel like it," or "I'll do it when I'm in the mood." But waiting for the perfect mood to strike is like waiting for the stars to align. It's unpredictable and unreliable. Motivation often comes after starting, not before. Finally, the comfort of our current situation. Change is uncomfortable even when it's for the better. We might think, "I'm okay where I am," or "It's not that bad." But the comfort zone is a beautiful place where nothing grows. It's only when we step out of it that we discover new horizons. While these excuses may seem valid, they often mask the real issues that need addressing. One question that arises often is whether stagnancy is affiliated with any kind of mental illness. Stagnancy, or the state of not developing, growing, or progressing, is a state of being that many of us have experienced at one point or another in our lives. It's the feeling of being stuck in a rut, of not moving forward, of being unable to change our circumstances. But does this feeling have a connection to mental health? Indeed, mental health concerns such as depression and anxiety can lead to feelings of stagnancy. Depression, for instance, can make us feel hopeless, trapped in our current situation with no way out. Anxiety, on the other hand, can paralyze us with fear, making us too afraid to take the steps necessary to break free from our stagnation. Moreover, the reverse can also be true. Feelings of stagnancy can exacerbate existing mental health issues, creating a vicious cycle that's hard to break. For instance, if you're feeling stagnant in your career, this can lead to increased stress and anxiety, which in turn can lead to a deeper feeling of stagnation. However, it's important to clarify that while stagnancy can be a symptom of mental health issues, it is not a mental illness itself. It's a state of being, a feeling, a symptom, but not a diagnosis. It's a signal that something needs to change, an indication that it's time to take action and seek support if needed. While stagnancy can be a symptom of mental health issues, it is not a mental illness itself. Now that we understand what stagnancy is and its effects, the question is, how can we overcome it? Overcoming stagnancy is no easy feat, and it often requires a complete shift in mindset. But don't worry, it's entirely possible, and there are several strategies you can adopt to help you on this journey. Firstly, setting clear, achievable goals can be a powerful motivator. When you have a destination in mind, the path to get there becomes much clearer. Consider what you want to achieve, and then break it down into smaller, manageable tasks. For example, if you're stagnant in your career, your goal might be to get a promotion. To achieve this, you could set smaller goals like improving your skills, networking more, or taking on more responsibilities at work. Another important strategy is to seek help. This could be in the form of a mentor, a coach, or even a supportive friend. These individuals can provide valuable advice, encouragement, and insight that can help you navigate your way out of stagnancy. For instance, a mentor could provide you with a fresh perspective on your situation, offering advice based on their own experiences. Lastly, but certainly not least, is taking action. It's easy to get stuck in the planning phase, constantly thinking about what you want to do, but never actually doing it. But remember, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. So, start small. Take that first step no matter how tiny it might seem. It might be as simple as signing up for an online course or reaching out to a potential mentor. It's important to remember that overcoming stagnancy isn't about making drastic overnight changes. It's about making small, consistent efforts every day that will eventually lead to big changes. It's about pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, challenging your beliefs and habits, and embracing the possibility of change. Overcoming stagnancy requires effort and commitment, but the results are worth it. Remember, the only constant in life is change. In conclusion, stagnancy is a state of inactivity or lack of progress. We've explored its causes, its ties to mental health, and how to overcome it. Remember, it's often a symptom of deeper issues, not a character flaw. Don't let stagnancy hold you back. Embrace change and keep moving forward.